All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First, most want to give all praise to Abba Noah.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Hey, the be to the apostles and others, great millstone, who taught us to the spirit, peace, love, citation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latin Americans, you are two division for the Bible. I talk about the secret 2025. Open your soul instruction, aka open your bar deliverance. All right, and brothers knowing, we're living in heavy times, man. Heavy times. Everything going on with Israel and Iran. Donald Trump yesterday just shot missiles over in Iran.
B-52 bombers.
Hit 3 different nuclear sites, right? Even though it of course came out that it didn't get to them. Yeah. But the war, Lord willing, this is the most high stage of Yahweh Shabbat.
Hey, right quick, and Iran said they told America no matter what, if they attack them, any attack on them, it's gonna be dire consequences.
Yeah. So Lord willing, Lord willing, they do action. Actions speak louder than words. And we been in a lot of situations where we talks of fighting. Actually, real quick, to get Matthew 24, real fast. Yeah. We hear a lot of talks of fighting. We're just gonna do that. And we get excited because this is what we want, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, because this is what we're looking forward to our whole life, man. Majority of our lives is revolved around Yahweh Shema Shai. And we've been waiting for this shit to end for a while, man. So, hey, shit, let it be so, man. Let the Most High's will be done. But if not, we still gonna keep doing the work and pushing, because it's gonna happen one day, But hopefully this is it. We don't, like I said again, we're not gonna put, not gonna be super all like, oh shit, we're gonna let this shit play out, see what the Lord do. Because there's still other prophecies that still gotta come to pass as well too. Because the MOTB gotta come, martial law gotta come, the America dollar gotta collapse, the food shortages. So everything gotta come together, man. And how the Most High gonna do it, we don't know. We just watching and seeing what the Most High is saying, man. Yeah. That's it. Go ahead.
It's Romans chapter 13. It's Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than what we believe.
That's true. So our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. Right. So now it's high time to wake out of sleep.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, this thing can happen any point in time now. This shit can happen any moment. So but the really thing about it though, dude, too, we know it's all about the elect.
Yeah.
It ain't about the whole nation, man.
Right.
The whole nation ain't gonna make it in this time. It's all about the 144,000. When you read in Revelation 14 chapter, there was like a singing song, man.
Right.
Which is just truth and knowledge. So it ain't about the whole nation, man. So only ones gonna wake up are the elect. That's who we're teaching to. That's who we're out here for, is the elect, man. So we're prophesying for the elect's sake.
Right.
Waking up the elect of the nation of Israel. So we don't give a fuck about 2/3 because they're not gonna get it anyway. So if we live in a time and Jake don't know that they're Israelites and Yahweh Shabbat is soon to come, they don't need to know, man.
Right.
Go ahead. TV.
The night is far. We'll start back up at 11. Romans 13, 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yep.
The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
And that's just true. So basically, let all your wickedness, man, all the shit you do in the world, let that shit go. Because Yahweh Shai is soon to return. So get right before the door, because right now the Most High's door is still open. The Lord's hand is still out, man. So while the Most High's hand is still out, hey man, get right, because every day is getting closer to the day of Yahweh Shai returning.
That's right.
So get your mind right, man. Get your spirit right. Get yourself in order with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so when that day comes, you can hopefully receive salvation. Go ahead.
Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and make not provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
That's it. So basically, man, put on Yahweh Shai and don't give your flesh no time, man. Because the always said the time is short, man. So this time we're coming in, and Lord willing, like I said, how far this thing gonna go, we don't know. We hope it goes to World War III. You know, that's what we're looking for. But if not, we're gonna still push it and do what we gotta do. But props still gotta come to pass, man. Regardless, man. You know? So go ahead, man. And then we go to early 17.
This is Matthew 24, verse 1. And Yahweh Shai went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. Yahweh Shai said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
That's just so the disciples asked Yahweh Shai that 2,000 some odd years ago, and we're asking that same question today because we're those same men coming back. They asked the Lord, when you gonna know when you're gonna come back? Cause that's the whole point. You know, we're waiting for Yahweh Shai. That's the whole entire point of our life, man. Waiting for Yahweh Shai. And as we're waiting, you know, brothers, you do little what you call side quests, shit like that. You kind of, basically kind of breeze through the time. But our whole mind is focused on when is Yahweh Shai going to return? Because we know the kingdom of heaven is at hand. But when? And what are the signs to be shown that we're at the last days? Which we was at the last days when Yahweh Shai was on the cross.
Yeah. That ain't started.
That was the beginning of the end. But now we're at the end of the end, and we're trying to wait for these last moments to see, what's going to lead up to.
Right.
And Yahweh Shai answered them and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
That's it. So like I said, these Christian pastors, these different so-called teachers that have knowledge, they call themselves anointed by the Most High or had the unction from the Most High, right? Your different Israelite groups that aren't teaching the true doctrine according to the apostles, and that was the GMS. You got other Bible religious groups that say that they have the true message, right? Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
That's it. So ye shall hear wars, rumors of wars. Now, right now, we're in the midst of a war. War is here. It's speaking. But the end's not yet. The things that are still must be fulfilled, man.
Yeah.
There's still more prophecy still to come to pass.
Yeah.
We still got the MOTB. We still got martial law. We still got the famine. We still got the race riots. We still got we still got all those things that we're still waiting to come to pass as well too. As the Middle East is getting fired up.
Right.
America also within itself must go through a crisis, a hell.
Yeah.
So, so we're still looking for more things to come to pass.
We wait for the threshing of
yes. So we're not finna, jump up off the bridge and be like, oh shit,
it's over.
It's over. It's not yet. We're in what you call the beginning stages of it being over.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the end. So we're seeing everything kind of fold together, but there's still things that still must be done.
Because they still got to get pulled over to the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah,
right?
Like I said,
they still getting pulled in.
Yeah, like I said, it's still got more. Because we got to see what Iran's going to do.
That's right.
We got to see how America's going to retaliate if Iran retaliates to America. Yeah. Then we got to see how Russia's going to react. Right. Then we got to see how China's going to react. We got to see how everything's going to react. And if it reacts the way it's supposed to, that we want it to go, then okay, now we should be, like I said, we should be seeing at some point in time, some fucking lawlessness in Babylon or some shit, or something's going, a major crisis. So we're still looking and waiting. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
So all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So the end of the end is not yet. So that's why we're starting teaching the word until that time comes.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be.
And that's what you're seeing now.
Yeah.
Right? So you got nations is rising against nation.
Yep. It started with Israel and Iran. Yep.
Well, it really started with Russia. It started with Russia and Ukraine. right? The nations started rising up against each other.
Yeah.
And now you got the Hezbollah, the Houthis, Hamas, Iran, and the Israelis, Amalek, which is Amalek, right? They started standing up against each other. Nations, Yemen, and all these different nations. They getting ready to go into the throes. Turkey, right? Egypt, right? All these nations, and they already done stood up and told America that if America continues any kind of other strikes upon Iran, China already sent over they ship. It's already in the Mediterranean. It just got there, right, to help protect Iran. Russia said they gonna come help him, and then who they used to call the Rocket Man, he said he gonna come down and get in the war, right? So that's the third world's war, right? All these and then what's that's gonna do? That's gonna pull Britain, Canada, Germany, France. All of them countries gonna have to come down and help protect America. So that's gonna be that third world's war. You know, so but you know that hook is getting put in their jaw, and they all getting reeled in, right? The Lord is reeling them in with their hook in their jaw, and they being reeled in by these Amalekites and Babylon, man.
They were just seeing how everything's gonna play out, man.
That's it.
And we're hoping and praying that this is it.
That's right.
You know, hopefully the Lord keeps this thing hot.
That's right.
And the hotter it gets, the closer we get to the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna go through some shit, but it's worth it at the end because we're gonna get forever blessings, man.
Yep.
And that's worth it. So you know, that's what we're waiting for, man. You know, because waiting for the destruction of this place to happen.
That's right.
I mean, that's the biggest prophecy of them all. Underneath the chip is the destruction of America.
Destruction of America. That's right.
You know, so you know that's the biggest prophecy because that's the Yahweh Shai returning, man. You know, that's the return of the Lord. Is the nuclear missiles being sent off over here to Babylon and the elect being delivered? That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate prophecy, man. That's the number one prophecy. Under that is the MOTV, man. You know, and, you know the world's war and all that, man. So these are the things that we're looking for, and it's looking green. You know, but Lord willing, it stays green. You know,
and like I said, and really right now, we dealing with as men of the Lord. We're dealing with Daniel 7 chapter. Hey, the saints is being wore out. You know, we wore out in this bitch, man. You know, look, man, we just want this shit to hit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Esau done wore us out, man. You know, it's like, man, fuck, man. You know, can this shit just fucking end, brother? You know what I'm saying? You know, we be begging y'all about Shema Shai, you know what I'm saying, to speed up the time. To make this shit come quicker and faster, man. Because, it wears on you. You know, daily you waiting, you hoping, you praying. You know, if this shit don't hit, you know, and that's another thing about it, and that's another thing about you being able to hold your faith, is that what if this shit just stops? What if it just stops? Like they did, was that 2017? When they dropped that MOB, the mother of all bombs? Right? What if it just fucking stops, man? You know, you got to be prepared for that. But we all wore out, though. You know what I'm saying? So you got to still keep chugging along. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep chugging. Because, you know, this going to be somebody's stumbling block.
You know, it could be. Like I said, a lot of guys, this shit could pop. Shit, nigga.
Damn. This was it.
You know?
How much more they need? Dang, Lord, really?
It's just what the Lord wants.
Right. No, man, this ain't gonna end. Like, man, whatever. Man. We got enough, you know.
It's what the Lord wants. And like I said, you see a lot of people on TikTok right now. They're talking about, the market's gonna go down and it's gonna come right back up like it does always.
Right. Nobody they don't believe it's gonna end.
No one believes
Nobody believes.
Like no one really believes that it's shit gonna just go down.
Right.
They don't comprehend in their mind that, bro. You got a lot of niggas in the trading space. They're talking about, well, we gotta capitalize on how much money we can make in the market.
Right.
I mean, that's one point of it, whatever. But the main point is that this shit not gonna be here forever.
Right. Yeah.
One day this shit is not gonna come back. It's not gonna be able to come back, man.
Yeah.
So everybody had this mindset, this shit continuing on and on and on, but that's not true because one day something's gonna happen and it's not gonna come back from where it was before. You know, and that's the point of the mindset of the people because they're so used to America. COVID. Oh shit! You know, like we talk about it in 2020, 2021. shit, man. I thought COVID was the end.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, goddamn, if that wasn't a time for the fucking famine, the fucking pestilence was already here, the fucking collapse of the dollar. I mean, you couldn't tell me. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking,
This
this
is
is,
it. Yeah.
motherfuckers wasn't even out on the street anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's 2025.
Yeah. 5 years
COVID
later.
never happened.
Right. 5, 6 years later?
Yeah, it's like COVID has never happened.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of little times that when we thought shit was gonna be what it was, but it wasn't what we thought.
Yeah.
So that's why us brothers in the faith, we gotta just be in the spirit of just enduring, man.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
gotta
it.
endure.
You know, we gotta be in the spirit of whatever happens on the news. We gotta stay in the spirit of endurance, not getting too caught up in that
Don't
shit.
let ourselves get too emotional.
Because you can get too caught up,
Yep.
and it don't have to do get your, and you can get that can fuck you up, man.
Right. And that's and there go that big old stumbling block.
Yeah.
Right. So now all of a sudden, now you gotta do is like, man, this ain't real.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
and that's
You know
why
what I
you
mean?
always keep that spirit of keep it cool, man.
Yeah,
Keep it cool.
keep it cool because at the end of the day, hey, believe us, Kolo Yaba Shema Shah, like I just said, you know, we done been wore out. But don't mean because I'm saying we wore out, don't mean we about to quit.
No, we not tired.
No, we just wore out from going through all the bullshit
Yeah.
continuously. But yet, like the scriptures say, but we still keep charging forward.
Yeah.
The elect gonna get tired.
Yeah.
You gonna get weary, but you keep charging.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna stop fucking. It's just like in the scriptures. Who was that in the scriptures? King David, man. He fought until the sword clave unto his hand.
Oh no.
Who was that? Who was? You remember that one?
Yeah, one of his men, one of his mighty men.
One of the mighty men. Yeah, Joab.
Yeah, one of his mighty men.
He wouldn't stop fighting.
Yeah.
He was wore out.
Yeah.
Right? He was wore out, man.
Like Jacob when
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
Yaquab fought for the blessing.
Yeah, just like
You know,
he fought all night long,
he
man.
didn't stop.
He wouldn't stop.
You know, he
but
was
he just
tired.
still wouldn't stop, man. Even the angel got tired. He was like, damn, man, you know, let me slap his head. You right? But the point is, you don't. That's us though. You know what I'm saying? But you still
Keep
pressing forward, man.
Because
You know?
what else did it do?
Yeah, and then another
know?
one is when you think about what you said Job? No, you said Joab, and then
Yeah, Jacob.
damn, what was the other one?
You can even talk about what Moses.
Moses,
When
damn,
Moses had the
hands
had
up.
the hands up.
Yeah, that was. Hey man, hey, that's a spec.
Oh.
Hey, you see, that's when you know brothers is in tune with each other, man. Call on Yahba Shema Shai, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it. I had it in my head.
Yeah, when Masha had his hands up.
He had his
He
hands
had
up.
his hands up because Israel
He was
was
wore
fighting.
out.
Was fighting.
Yeah.
And then I think it was
All
Joshua.
night.
Was it Joshua? and
Caleb. They put the bricks on.
Had to come put the bricks under his
They
hand.
hold his hands up,
Keep it
man.
up.
Just
You
to
know?
keep his hands up. So, you know,
Because when he put it down,
Yeah.
Israel started.
he started to lose.
They started losing, but he kept him up.
Kept him up. Israel was winning.
He
So,
was like,
and that
he's
let
on
you-
the mount, holding him up. He was
That's
getting
right.
like, shit, man. Oh, shit.
Hey, that's why when a lot of you brothers, you know, you don't see it as you want to see it, symbolic as you want to see it, but when you pray, hey, pray with hands up high, because you know when you go back to think about that Moses,
Yeah.
when every time you saw to see a lot of brothers pray like this, they'll drop their hands.
Yeah.
Hey man, get them things up and reach them out, because the Lord, you know, it's about respect.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a halfway, but it's all
trying
a
to
full
reach-
on
you
in.
trying to
You
reach
trying to
to the
rest,
side, yeah.
right? You know,
It's like a baby.
yeah, you don't want to do so much.
When a baby look at you, want to get you picked up.
Right, exactly. And that's it, man.
You know?
Right. If he do a half-ass, you
Yeah.
know, you don't really want to
You don't
get picked up.
You
But
fuck
when
around.
you got them hands
Yeah,
stretched
yeah.
all the way through,
you
and
want to be picked up.
you looking for some saving.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
grabbed up.
saying?
Yeah.
That's really kind of what it represents.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, but it shows that Israel can be lazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, but that's
So-
so you know Moses, he was tired, man.
yeah, he was tired, bro.
The man, you know hands, you know how
all
that
night, man.
was
All
burning.
day, bro.
He
had to
was
fight
burning.
all
He
day
was like,
night.
fuck.
Hell yeah.
So he had to put stone in his arm, so he was like
And that
this.
really was a punishment, bro. That was a bro.
And
Yes,
you know
punishment,
his head was down too.
brother.
You know he was sitting. He went head when he was like,
Bro, you know how punishing that is? And then you think about it. What else that make you think about with his arms up like that? The cross.
yeah, Yahweh shot.
Yahweh shot, man. Right? He had to be
It was unbearably.
unbearable,
Yeah, it
brother.
was uncomfortable. The
That's
whole time.
hard.
For 9 hours straight.
Yes,
It
man.
was uncomfortable, man.
That's
You know,
horrible,
every
man.
time he moved, it was unbearable, excruciating
Yeah.
pain from it into his hands.
In his
to his,
wrist, you know,
to his
most likely
wrist, or wrist, yeah, his wrist.
because his hands are gonna split through.
Yeah, his wrist.
His wrist it catches at
You know,
How
and
much
then
pain
his
is that?
his feet
the
moved up and down.
Right.
You know,
you know the wind was blowing.
Yeah, you're constantly in pain, man.
Come on, man.
It's constant pain.
That's straight hell, brother.
For 9 hours straight.
In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist.
That's just
Make,
do the work of an evangelist. You know, reread it again, Slacky.
but watch thou in all things.
Well, yeah, watch thou in all things. That's what we're doing right. Watching all things, you know. We're watching the prophecies, watching the time, you know. And we live in a time when you can't know, don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. They even started to put it on Main Street.
Yeah, I mean, you live in a time when it's like you can't miss it. You can't really miss what the fuck is going on in the world.
Yeah.
It's in your face, man.
Because even if you wasn't really paying attention that Iran and Israel was going to war, you know it now.
You know America
because CNN,
you know Babylon dropped bombs.
Just drop bombs on Iran.
So you know.
Something going on.
So let's think about it. It's pretty good. So you know, you know that, you know, this we're in the living. You can't help but to know, man.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no hiding from this. Ain't no I didn't know, man. You know, World War III's happening. Everybody fucking know. Man. Everybody gonna fucking know what's going on.
Mainstream have to televise.
You know? But
endure afflictions.
Yep.
Do the work of an evangelist.
Yep.
Make full proof of thy ministry.
This is what we're doing right now. Making full proof of our ministry. Consistently out here teaching. You know, prophesying. Even when you're going through changes in life, because sometimes, you know, brothers go through transitions in life. Brothers might move somewhere different, might go somewhere different. You gotta kind of adjust and kind of just, you know, change, you know, things around, but you're still doing stuff. You're doing sit downs, you're doing videos, but then when you get, you know, you get back out there on the streets, because life happens, man. You know, sometimes, you know, life can kind of, you know, throw you some different curveballs, man. You gotta kind of get, you know, everything settled. You know, get everything kind of moved in. And when you do the most, start working everything out from there. You know, so
learn to roll with the flow.
Yeah, you know.
Do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
Yep.
For I am now ready to be offered. The time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Hence, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
Yep.
That's what we're doing now, fighting a good fight. You know, as we're doing the work of evangelism, and that means bringing good tidings. We're just bringing good news.
Yeah, bringing
right.
Yeah.
So
what's the good news?
The word, the scriptures, and in the end
what
times,
about it?
Everything that's going on now, this is all good news for the elect.
That's the best news ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, brother. You said that's what I was trying to say. Tell you what the good news is, brother. Because good news for us is hell for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what the good news is we about to get our salvation. Would you read their salvation is nearer than they thought?
Romans 3.
No, 13.
Yeah.
Hey, that salvation is near.
Yeah.
That's the good tidings. Hey, the brother said we bring
13,
the brother said we bring good tidings. We bring good tidings to the world. Is that Israel, Yasha, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans is about to get ready to go home.
Yeah.
So we believe, because that's our faith.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't pop up, we still gonna keep saying it. Because we know it's coming, because it's the signs.
Yeah.
The Lord is showing the signs that, hey, I'm about to get rid of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just getting y'all ready, man.
Yeah.
Let you know, brothers, get ready, keep pushing. Don't stop pushing, because look at what I'll make them do.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna bring forth the scriptures. It's
see
gonna
it.
come to
You
pass.
can see it.
So don't worry about it. Keep pushing, brothers.
Yeah.
Keep pressing. And that's what the hopeful elect gonna keep pressing.
Yeah.
Right? We gonna press.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get tired and go back into the world, man.
That's right.
You know, and go be a clown ass nigga.
We ain't gonna switch up the doctrine.
Go be a
Talk about
clown
we in a
ass
new covenant. How the fuck
Yeah.
you gonna be in a new covenant?
That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
really, let's talk about a new covenant.
Yeah, let's talk about it now.
Right?
You got war through the break.
You got about to pop off, but we in the new covenant? Really?
Niggas,
Really?
Niggas is off, man.
Really?
Yeah. It ain't. Yeah. Come on, man. All out warfare and break hell all over the world. But somehow we're under the blessing of where we have the laws written in our minds. That's delusional. You know, these niggas end up like women. You know how a woman can be delusional as fuck, and you tell her everything is wrong with her, she'll still believe that she's
believe a lie.
Still believe that she's not nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
You would tell her 1,000 times, man. You know, you ain't really a woman for real. You got a lot of masculine ways. No, I don't.
Shut the fuck up.
You tell her
Nigga, I'll
why.
beat your ass.
You tell her
Like,
why.
bitch,
You tell her her problem, but the bitch in her mind believe that she's still right.
And then she'll prove it by turning around telling you to shut the fuck up.
And that's the point. I'm like, well, that's the point.
She'll tell you, keep talking, I'll beat your
So
ass.
if y'all didn't see that video on TikTok, this light skinned Jake, it's this nigga bitch cut off this light skinned Jake, And she was like, no, something. He was like, he said, you could have some manners.
Right.
She said, what'd you say, bitch? Called a grown man a bitch.
See?
Took her drink, threw
Slammed
it at
out the
her.
window. Yeah.
And he threw the drink at her. You see his face. You know how when a man got that look on his face. Like, bitch, I'm like,
yeah.
And then, right, he said, no, you can have some manners, bitch. And after she threw the drink, she goes and boom, punches right in his shit, man. Punches right in his fucking face, man. Nigga woman, black nigga woman, man. Yeah. You know, so now he should knock that bitch out, man.
Cold turkey.
He should have fucked that hoe up.
Cold roasted that.
You know what I'm saying? That bitch should have got dropped. You know, but they, you know, that's the thing about it though. You tell her you masculine. You tell her she masculine. She like, no, I'm not. That nigga was on some. He was on some man. But as a woman, you shouldn't be even calm. You shouldn't even be arguing with a man.
Yeah, that's when you gotta get on the pimp shit. Slap a bitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
because you gotta grab these bitches. You know, cause these bitches be out of pocket and shit. But that's the delusion of a woman and her mind. And that's the thing about it. Esau to paint this picture,
and he probably just was like, ate that shit.
Yeah, he did. You can
and
see
she
on
probably
his
thought she really did something.
Yeah. Cause like you like, bitch, I can really hurt you right now, bro. And that's the thing about it, these women have a delusional mindset that they're equal to a man. That's just what you niggas with these different doctrines. The Most High put a delusional spirit on your ass to believe in some shit that's not even true. But how the fuck we in the new covenant when we got a imminent war finna pop off? You got Israelites in the military, in Esau's military, finna go to war. How the fuck is the new covenant when all the Israelites know who they are? You go to South America and these niggas don't know what the fuck. They don't know who the fuck who they are, man. So what are you talking about? Is Jacob still scattered all throughout the whole four corners of the earth? Prophecies ain't even really. We still waiting for prophecies to come to pass. Right. I mean, Yahweh Supply ain't even happened yet. It's on the verge of happening, but it ain't even happened yet.
And that's the whole point, is that Yahweh Shai is the new.
So how the fuck?
When did he come back?
Receive it? He hasn't even came yet.
How do you gonna receive it? You receive it through who?
Yahweh Shai, he hasn't even came yet.
Some dumbass.
We ain't him come again. So what the fuck is you? That's what I'm saying. That's the spirit of delusion.
Kolo Yahweh Shema Shai ripped you niggas out of our camp.
Yeah, man, this is spirit. You know. Go ahead.
I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
You know, and then even again, this man, even say if shit do even calm down, that's a part of the good fight. Everything that we go through. Because if you're fighting a good fight, you fighting a good fight till death, till you're wounded.
Yeah.
You know, a good fight is not dealing with just one demon. It's dealing with thousands because our spirit's too strong for one. Yeah. So we gotta get swarmed by demons, right?
Yeah,
in your sleep.
That's true, though.
You know, I was just dealing with a demon in my sleep. I was sleeping, caught paralysis. I started speaking Hebrew. The young brother woke me up. I started speaking Hebrew too. You know, I cursed it out in Hebrew. I forgot the Hebrew words I was saying, but I was in my spirit. But I knew exactly what I was saying. But that's a part of the fight that we in, bro. We're gonna come out. We're not gonna come out here unscathed, bro. It's gonna be a dirty ass fight, like if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, like a Goku and Jiren. Jiren put belt to ass to Goku multiple times. Put his ass down. He put him down for long. He kept putting him down. But this nigga kept getting back up, and he kept fighting. He had him beat. And then next thing you know, what? The fucking electricity came on him or whatever, that little purple shit. Right? Another demon swarmed him.
Ultra instinct, man.
Exactly. Yeah, he was like, oh, what the fuck?
He got gassed out. Yeah.
Got gassed out.
Yeah.
But then, even though he had backup, but you know, he had a little help. But eventually he ended up winning.
All he left was Super Saiyan. Finish it off.
You know? So, but you know, that's it for us, man.
But he were Gerald ass down so good that now Gerald's at full power, that shit would have been nothing.
So
but he went down so good, hey, you know?
Yeah, you can even flip it for Jiren, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying it for Jiren, he fought the whole fucking Universe 7.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
so,
man. So, really, what we got to do is keep on pushing, bro. Because it's a part of the fight. It's what you sign up for.
Yeah, really, one of the best times we got fucked up when he first fought Vegeta. Remember when Vegeta, that's when he got fucked up the most. You know, he was really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
He was really fucked up. All the nigga had left was a spirit bomb. Yeah. You know? Krillin through that bitch, you know what I'm saying? So hey, and that's how it is, man. You gotta be in that spirit of Goku for real. You know, fighting until you can't fight no more, man. You know, and that's how we gotta be. So, end of the day,
Samson had that spirit.
Yeah.
Samson had that same spirit.
Yeah.
Samson kept just thousands with
a
jawbone of the ass.
Yep.
Then the spirit rose upon him.
Yep. Then at his last moment,
Yup, what happened? They put his eyes out and shit.
He took that shit down, man. He said, fuck, tore that bitch down. You know? So,
Hey, and that go back to what y'all brothers saying. We fight to our death.
yeah, that's it. That's a
Right? We fight to our
So,
death.
and-
So you get wounded, you get a leg chopped off, bitch. You know, it's like I seen Salaki right quick. It was this military dude. He was fucking. He got his leg hit. He couldn't use it no more. He hit the ground and he seen a soldier was laying in front of him. He grabbed his gun. He picked that bitch up. Motherfucker got hit in the chest. He still kept and the motherfucker. Then another soldier was dragging him, and he still was busting. He was like, ah! He was just busting. Like then you start seeing him get shot and shit. Then he died. But the point was he kept until he couldn't no more. You know, and that's how you go, man. You go out until you just can't, and that's what we gonna do, man. Yeah, we tired. Yeah, we wore out, but shit, we still in the battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We still in the battle, brother. We gonna stay in this battle, man. Right? And like I said, and we not gonna change up. Though.
Because Paul tell
You know?
he said imprisonments, more,
That's it.
stripes have I been more.
Yep.
You know, hey shit, Paul went through more hell than the 12.
Yep. We say he was shipwrecked 40 days.
Yeah, he said shipwreck, all that shit.
beaten,
Beaten. He said, hey, look, man, I've been fucked up.
and by his own people.
Yeah, he said, man, I got my ass beat, man, for this truth. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
And we in the spirit. Let's say this shit calm down. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck it.
Who cares?
We still gonna teach.
We still gonna be out here, man. It don't even matter. And that's the truth of the matter is, man. If the
That's it.
shit go down or if it don't, we still gonna be doing what the hell we been doing.
Because in the end of the day, we are 100% sure Yahushua's coming back.
And that's
Oh,
the
yeah, we
point.
know it is.
So we don't give a fuck what happens, man. And in the day, that's the point. That's who we are.
We believe.
We so grounded. When you get grounded like the trees, it don't matter what wind come blow.
Yeah.
Nigga, we not moving.
No, it's etched in our minds.
You know, we don't give a fuck, man. We don't really care.
we don't waver.
No, we
You
not
see,
worried about it.
One thing you know, the Lord love a man that stick to his guns.
Yeah, we not worried about that
Right?
shit, man.
But you know the scriptures talk about you wavering niggas.
Yeah, we like them. Yeah,
You niggas that like to go from doctrine to doctrine.
how wish I when John the Baptist when the Pharisees actually came to John the Baptist, they said he said, what did you come forth to see? No, I think it was Yahweh Shai.
yeah.
That's about John. He said, what
John,
did you come
a
forth
man,
to see? A sheep shaking with the wind.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because you're gonna see a guy.
Don't
You know,
come out lavish.
see, you know,
Don't come out yeah.
back and forth.
Back and forth. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like because we basically when you see grain
Right,
and
right.
the wind blows, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
You thought you're gonna see a guy, you gonna come out and see a guy all over the fucking place,
Right.
man.
Right.
You just come out to see a sheep shaking with the wind.
That's right.
He going everywhere. One minute he's here, one minute he there. No, man.
No, he's stable.
He's right where the fuck he at. He ain't like
He
that
ain't
rock.
changing.
Right there, that rock.
Yeah, don't
that
never-
rock ain't going
It
nowhere.
ain't going
man.
nowhere. Not that somebody else can move.
Not someone else can move it. And even if you can't pick the bitch up, because the shit probably can't right pick it up.
Right. You gotta go get a fucking machine to do it.
Yes, that's the point. So we like what you call we're stubborn, man.
Yeah, very stubborn.
We ain't going nowhere, man. We don't give a fuck. So we don't give a fuck if the shit happen or if it don't.
Yeah, we stubborn as fuck.
Because it don't change nothing. And I think too, if this shit don't happen, if it don't escalate, it don't change our faith.
No, cause we too stubborn.
It don't change what we believe. We're gonna be out here same time like we always been.
And we blindly, wildly, stumbly believe in Yahweh Shema
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
And we believe in the doctrine that the apostles has pushed forth, man. And I believe the Lord loved that more than the Lord, because like I say, anyway, even if you do got some things wrong, but you stayed on your faith. But you niggas didn't stand on your faith because y'all came in believing what we believe.
Yeah.
You niggas jumped from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And now you create your own. Some of us have created their own. Called the Lord Yehoshua, Yeshusha. You know, them just flip the whole script, man. You know, motherfuckers was in the truth. Like that one leader out of GMS, what was this, Cleveland? I think it was Cleveland, Cincinnati? The one, he became an agnostic.
Oh yeah.
But the
always
truth was he was always a fucking agnostic,
He never
and he was the head of the fucking group.
Yeah, he never believed.
He never really even believed.
Yeah.
He never believed. He believed that there's a higher power, but not in the way that he was teaching this. You see, niggas like that, that shit. You know, all you wavering motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Okay, all you wavering.
Now he says that Yahweh is shit.
What can you do with that?
Nothing. He's no good.
Right? He an Edomite.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck with nobody. He was an Edomite.
Yeah, he's a devil.
Okay?
And an Edomite.
He showed his true color.
Yeah,
He was a snake in the grass that wasn't seen. He was a fucking demon.
Yeah,
he was a
Edom.
devil. He was Esau Edom. He is Esau Edom.
And that's Edomite shit to call
Okay.
the Most High a fool.
Yeah, he cursed the Lord.
Yeah,
Man.
that's Edomite.
Yeah, he's a fucking straight
That's
devil,
Edom.
man.
That's Edom.
And he said he played on y'all ass, man. Okay? So, you know, hey, nobody can fault any man in his truth. And that's the real shit. Because we are all men.
Yeah.
We're all human.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're going to make mistakes as men. None of us is going to be perfect. Our judgment going to be wrong. You're going to get the wrong people in your group sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to go through shit like this. But it ain't give us no, it don't give us no better right that we more better than the next man.
No.
Because hell, we don't know who we standing next to.
Yeah, that's a fool.
But I can tell you what, I know who I'm standing next to.
Yeah.
See, beautiful thing about YSO, YSO Sanctified ones, is I know my bunyam. Shit, they are my nuts. So I know them.
Yeah.
I know them. But I don't know you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's Kolo Yabashima Shah for us.
Yeah.
That's why we ain't letting no niggas in our group no more.
Yeah.
We done. It's over for it's closed curtain. We don't give a fuck. We got one view. Zero. We still gonna keep pushing and teaching, man.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't wanna rant. Let me shut up.
Second Timothy 4:8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness,
Yep.
which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day,
Yep.
and not to me only, but unto all them also
Like
that love
Salakia-
his appearance.
Salakia, I think Zabak can be saved. I think Zabak gonna be one of the ones that come in at the last. I think he better way more than Nate.
Yeah.
Because one thing Zabak, he don't waver in his shit. Nate switches and changes.
Yeah.
Zabak just don't believe in the chip like that. But when he see it, he gonna believe, man. You can't remember that Yahweh Shai shows you that through Doubting Thomas.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai still fought with Doubting Thomas. He just was like, look, you just doubt, man. So he got a smaller role, but he still fought with Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? He just didn't believe Yahweh Shai was regenerated. You know what I'm saying? But he believed in Yahweh Shai. He had to see that shit. And
that's true.
some people gotta see it, bro. And you can't forget that some of these elders, man, especially come out of One West. Some of them, like your Zabaks, your what's the ones from HODC, Bim Yum Yum, the big brother Matatwa.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, some of them brothers, hey, they hand starts for Yahweh
I
Shai.
don't know about Barack.
I don't know about
Yeah,
Barack.
yeah.
Well, you see, I didn't say nothing about
Yeah,
Barack.
Barack
I don't.
is
Barack is with you. But I'm just saying. But the point is though, is that like that brother Matatwa.
Yeah.
Hey man, that brother, he stay on it.
Yeah.
He stay banging about Israel and you know we don't, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be brothers like that. Yeah, but Nate, no, hell no, man. Hell no, man. You know, I could put man, call y'all Bashima Shah, Lord forgive me, man, but I'll put my own hopes to be the elect on that. Hell fuck no for Nate.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
Fuck,
bet,
man.
Yeah, no, I'll bet some on that.
Fuck that shit, brother. Nate, fuck man. That man a blasphemer. Name the Lord, man. That's Judas, brother.
John Johan and all that.
Judas, oh hell, fuck no, man. Dude, fuck no, man. Lahab, no, fuck no, man.
Yeah, Lahab wicked as hell.
Fuck.
Yeah, Lahab wicked as hell.
Fuck out of here, man.
Lahab wicked as hell.
But these brothers, you can still find pushing though,
Yeah.
right? Because even the brother Matatwa came down, man. They was agreeing with the apostles. They was down there on
No,
came
he
down.
believe in the chip.
Yeah,
No,
he
but that's-
he know the
he
chip.
believe in the chip.
He'll tell you that. He'll
believe
tell you
in
the
the
chip. He believe the chip is
Yeah,
coming.
he
know it.
MOTB, yeah.
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
also they believe in MOTB.
One thing I think they disagree with is the Sabbath because they say Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
For the most part, but I think for the most part, he own his shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey,
There's gonna be brothers that
Yeah, man.
you didn't know would make it.
yeah,
He's gonna make it.
that's what I'm
And
saying,
and
man.
that's the truth.
Yeah, cause I don't see nothing phony about Zabak though.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I don't see that phony shit. I see that where he's missing some
Yeah.
shit, but I don't see the phony shit.
Yeah.
Like you, New Covenant phony niggas.
Yeah.
Y'all are phony as hell. Y'all just doing it because you niggas ain't got no life.
You ain't got nothing else to
You ain't
do.
got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Nobody want to fuck with you like that.
Yeah.
Right? You can't go and do. You don't want to go and do and be. You just need something to do.
Yeah.
And we know y'all phony as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know.
Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his
And
appearing.
that's gonna be the elect. You know.
Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me.
That's it. Hey, do thy diligence shortcutting into the Yahweh Shai. That's the point. You know, that's what we're doing. Doing our diligence so we come to the Lord. Good. You got Right.
I think he was in
Yeah, I was
Revelation.
Matthew 24.
Matthew 24.
Because the whole point is get Revelation 17 chapter going to where everything is war. But you
Yeah.
know, it's a problem.
See, and this is why the elect is who the elect is, because when Paul speaks, Peter speaks, when all these prophets speaks, you know, King David, they didn't know the exact coming of the day of the Lord.
They didn't.
They just kept going.
They didn't.
And then they all died
Yeah.
in that time. They all died.
Yeah, John.
And now they're back here. They had a believed in all reincarnation.
Yeah, John on the Isle of Patmos, man, he died as a fucking slave on a salt mine, man.
Yeah.
He died. He died of old age.
Abraham.
You know? Abraham, he never seen the promise. Abraham never even seen the promise.
He was just told.
He was just told it.
He had to believe it. He had to go on faith.
So,
And that's why the Lord fucked with him. And then a whole nother thing, under Abraham, it wasn't the laws. You see, and that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Y'all go screaming the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. You got to keep the law, you got to the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. But under Abraham, the law was spoken to him.
Yeah.
It wasn't a written thing. It was oral. And with Abraham, it was the promise.
yeah, he didn't.
Because the Lord promised Abraham to rule a nation.
Yes, Hebrews chapter 6. He didn't even see it.
He didn't see it. So all he had nothing but had ultimate faith. And he had to believe that what the Lord said he was going to be given to his sons. It was going to be, he
That's
had
it.
to have ultimate faith.
That's it. He didn't even see it, man. He didn't even see it. He didn't even fucking know.
So
He
it's a
knew,
promise.
But he didn't see the shit happen.
So the elect gonna get it by the elect is gonna be the elect no matter what the elect is or not doing here now today. Because if you were already deemed from the beginning, you gonna be that now.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, did all the apostles agree with each other? Did they ever get into it?
Yeah.
Did they ever have arguments?
Yeah.
Of course. They probably, I mean, because it sounds like Paul and what's that? What's that? Not Matthias. Barnabas.
Yeah.
It's like they kind of was. It shit was hot.
Yeah.
That shit was hot because he wanted to take Luke with him.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul's like,
No, it was somebody. I think it's Mark.
Mark. Yeah, but hey, he was against it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shit, when he stepped up to Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit was rough. That
Yeah.
wasn't no, oh Peter, man, that's
Nah,
not.
he was- no, he
hey,
was-
man,
he was pissed.
He was, hey, man, he got, hey, hey.
It was with
Yeah.
it was with passion.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you ain't right, man. You
Yeah.
being fake.
Yeah, it was with
You know,
passion.
like themselves talking to each other and
Yeah.
shit. But you don't want to deal with them. They Israelites because they not circumcised.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's some fake shit, man. You know how we gonna talk? They
Yeah.
can't do them like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, call on y'all about shit, my shot. You know, oh my buddies. But you know what I'm saying? You know, slack it. You know what I mean? You're gonna be on. Gonna be on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ain't gonna be
yeah.
all. You know,
You know, it ain't no soft
chummy
shit.
buddy.
You know,
Nah, man.
Because that's how it is, man.
Shit's gonna be rough. It's gonna come out tough.
Because like I said, and niggas say you're being emotional. But
But
we're
do they
men.
gonna switch up the doctor?
But but we're men. And that's the thing too. But when you get out of brother, it's like, oh, you being emotional. No, nigga.
Right. Shit, we men.
We're men. We got emotions,
Shit.
bro. I'm not a fucking robot.
You know who switched up the doctor?
I mean, there's times like
You know?
being emotional is being a woman having
That's
no
right.
control over your
Having no
emotions.
control over. That's it.
But you could be a man and get hot, but still be in the spirit.
That's right.
You get out, brother, in the spirit and be like in this shit, man.
That's right.
Because that's a spirit, man. Shit. If like I said again, so you can't run that shit or you being emotional. No, bro, we're men. We all got emotions at the end of the day, but we're not like women with our shit. You know, we control our shit, man. You know, we got our shit on lock, man. You know, we don't go around just fucking bugging out and tripping out for no fucking reason.
It's Esau, man, with this fake ass car. Shit don't make no damn sense. That's
Yeah,
the real
over
cars,
there.
they white. This shit, man, this some fake.
Go ahead.
You see above it. This is fake ass rain.
This is 2nd Ezra 2, verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great peoples who I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
This y'all was shot crown the elect. What Timothy was speaking about. What 2 Timothy was speaking about. Go ahead.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal and
what is that?
professed.
What's the mortal and immortal clothing?
His body. Yeah. It's his flesh. Yep. His body. Yep.
And but where does it start? It starts with the scriptures.
Yeah.
It starts with your faith, right? You start putting off through how do we put it off? How do we gain immortality? Through faith.
Through faith, yeah, through belief.
Through belief.
Yeah.
We start to gain it. We put off the old man. How do you strip away the old man?
Yeah.
You strip them down by what's getting into the scriptures, by learning, by believing, by practicing.
It's all about faith.
It's all about faith, man.
Yeah, that's what like I said, everything we're doing is by faith.
That's it, bro.
So like I said, we're faith-based Israelites, man.
Come.
At the end of the day. So, we're all about faith. That's all we got is faith, man. Nothing else. We got what you call blind faith, man.
That's it, man.
Like
I said, we'll blindly follow Yahweh Shai anywhere. Wait, what did the disciples do?
That's what sheep do.
Yeah.
Sheep don't. When they hear they master call,
they go running.
They don't go and fucking.
That's right,
question.
man.
They don't go question what the fuck is going on.
Right.
They just go.
Right.
And they go follow.
Blindly, man. Going blindly follow the Lord.
They fall them off to the ditch.
What else the fuck we got? Man?
They'll fall to the shepherd to the ditch.
That's right, man.
They all die with the shepherd.
Because you blindly, that's the faith that you got. Mm-hmm. That's your faith.
That's why the Lord calls us a sheep.
That's it.
Because a sheep is supposed to just follow.
Yeah.
The sheep don't fucking got no damn wherewithal to try to think for itself.
No.
And put on the immortal and have confessed the name of Yahweh Shemashah.
That's it.
Now are they crowned and have received palms.
That's it, bro. Their palms since victory.
Gifts, the victory.
And that's soon to come. Go ahead with that Revelation 17 chapter, which we're coming into right now, man, because this is the main prophecy, one of the main prophecies to come to pass, man, destruction of America.
That's right.
It's Revelations 17, verse 1.
Mm.
And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Yeah, and that's
many nations.
It's the people, because right now, the whore is America.
That's right.
And America has the power over the whole world.
That's right.
To the point, America can pull up on the fucking nation, bomb their shit, and talking about, hey, man, we can have peace, man. America still got influence, heavy influence over the world. Iran, at the end of the day, they talking their shit online, but they in the back thinking, like,
Yeah.
listen, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they gotta go, if we're gonna fight, if we're gonna hit this motherfucker, man,
We
gotta really hit this motherfucker. And we gotta make this motherfucker know, bitch, we ain't playing.
Yeah.
So, like,
Fucked up his news, so
Yeah.
they think.
yeah, So we gotta really do some shit. They might have to touch us with Russia or something. Hey, man, we need it's America, bro. Like, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? America ain't weak. It's Babylon. These motherfuckers ain't weak, man. So they like shit. That's why Israel. That's why he was on the happy. Oh, you hooked up. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, God bless America. He was happy because he's like, yeah, bitch, yeah, nigga. Like, yeah. Hey, my nigga pulled up, bro. Like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Like, I told you, y'all fuck with me, nigga. Yeah, I do. Cause
Even though it was him fucking
and that's
with
why
them.
Israel did
But
that
it was
shit.
him fucking with them.
And that's the
But
point. And
yeah.
that's why Israel did that shit, because hey, at the end of the day,
Big
nigga,
brother came.
my big brother will pull up, beat your ass.
But he done put Big Brother in a fight with multiple
People.
big brothers.
Exactly.
And that's the problem.
And that's what you gonna have to like tell. Hey, look.
Yeah, like you gotta calm
Chill
down.
out, bro. I can't keep doing
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
motherfuckers. Hey, look, they might whip my ass, man.
Yeah, it's
I
too many
I can't fight
too many.
six different fucking nations at once, bro. Don't get us fucked up.
Hey, we was talking about it earlier. Hey, don't forget Suge Knight got knocked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you should, but also when America did it, hey, I gotta chill that shit the fuck out.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's why he said peace.
y'all gonna get us to some shit.
That's why he said peace. That's why he said
That's why he
after
said
this is
peace. After this, I'm done. I'm stepping out, man. Fuck this.
Right.
Because China already said, hey, look, nigga, keep on. We gonna fucking beef it out. And China ain't no bitch. China ain't no hoe, man. China on some real shit.
Yeah,
so America already know. You got Russia. You got all these other countries and shit.
Korea, Turkey.
So they already know what time. So you already know what time it is, man. So they do that. Oh, we gotta, all right, man, we gotta keep it cool, man. But the Most High, Lord, with the Most High, say, no, man, fuck that. Nah, y'all niggas keep on, keep pushing. Go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
That's it, because all these nations have enticed with America. Everybody do. They all had some relationship signing, deal signs, you know, treaty signs with America. Everybody.
Iran, they
like I said, you could find McDonald's in Iran. You could find us. You could find Burger King in fucking Iran. You could find them different places all over the world.
All over.
So America's way of life is everywhere.
It's influence.
You know, it's all over the world. So they drunk of that wine. They partook of what America has to offer as well too. Even though they're fighting, but they also took part with it. You know, go ahead.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy.
Yeah, scarlet, which goes back to sin, red, you know, well, blood. Go ahead.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
There's 7 heads, 10 horns, 7 heads, going back to the ancient Roman Empire, and the 10 horns going back to NATO, right? The 10 toes, which you read about Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Go ahead.
But really, NATO and the European Union one and the same.
Yeah, NATO.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and ducked with gold and precious stones.
Yes, because they're not
precious.
The beast helped the woman be able to get all those riches. You know, be able to ride upon that beast and help her gain power. So she can. How do you get riches? By taking shit over. You know,
Vikings show you that.
You take shit over. So America got rich.
Stealing land,
stealing shit, riding this dragon, which gave her the ability to be able to go and go do what she had to do to get those riches, man.
Rape, robbery, and murder.
You know, so America has been made rich. Go ahead.
Precious stones and pearls having golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication.
They said a golden cup in her hand, man, of all abomination and filthiness. Because like I said, America's wicked as hell. We ain't gotta really explain why America's wicked. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you just don't know. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlot.
That's it. So Mystery Babylon the Great, mother of harlot, because of John, it was a mystery. He's like, man, what the fuck place is this? That's so fucking disgusting. This place is wicked as hell. John's here now. Or if not, if he's not here, he was here. He's a spiritual. Or if he is here, he's here now. He's here. He's been in Babylon before. He's been here. Either he lived here, he's gone in the spiritual realm, or he's here right now living. Either or. Go ahead.
Mother of harlots and abomination of the earth.
Yep.
And I saw the woman drunken with blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Yep.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great
admiration.
Yep. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yep.
The beast that thou sawest what was and is not.
Yeah, so that was Rome, and what is not, because Rome went down. So Rome, but it came back. So Rome was, but is not. Go ahead.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit,
which is Great Britain, right? Go ahead.
And go into perdition.
It's going to be destroyed, right? So there's America that cometh out of the 8th, right? So America's gonna come back. This beast that John was living in again is gonna be relived again, but it's gonna come back. Go ahead.
You said America will come back. Rome will come back.
Oh, so like Rome will come back all over again.
But they American.
Yeah, but yeah, kind of so like. Go ahead.
No. It's just I know what you were saying.
Okay, kind of.
Everybody know, but you know how.
Okay, yeah, kind of. Go ahead.
And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world.
Yep.
When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is.
Yep.
And here is the mind
and yet is.
Yeah, it's because Rome was still because Rome at that time was still there, but yet is.
Yet is.
Mm-hmm. Because Rome's gonna come back all over again to America out of the 8.
That's the yet is.
Yes, and that's that is to come. Yep.
And here is the mind which hath wisdom, the 7 heads and 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is and the other is not yet come.
That's it. That the fallen that's Greece, Germany Minor, France, and Spain. You know. Go ahead.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
Yup.
And the beast that was and is not even, he is the 8 and is of the 7th and goes into perdition.
That's it. So Europe, Great Britain being the 7th, America being the 8th, which is going to go into, which means going to be destroyed. So America's going to be destroyed, man. Go ahead.
And the 10 horns which thou sweats
Sauce.
are 10 kings,
Yep.
which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
That's it. That's NATO.
From all of NATO, EU,
The European
Union.
European Union. Go ahead.
The what they call the Visigoths and the
Ostrogoths.
Ostrogoths.
Yeah.
And but it's they what do they call their little minions? But it's a name for them. I can't think of it. It's a name. What do they call when they're the vassals? The vassals.
Yeah.
They don't really have power, but they only got power through like Japan.
Yeah.
Right? Japan is only got power through America.
Yeah.
Ukraine, it's only got power through America. That's it.
Go ahead.
They can't do it without America. Hell, Israelis, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, they can't do it unless America
Yeah.
helps them. Now, France can, because they got a nuke. You know, Britain got a nuke. Germany got nukes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain countries that can hold it. But those ones, well, the little bitty gutter motherfuckers, they gave them nukes. But it still is the point. The other nations that's within the EU, NATO system, EU, NATO can't be NATO without America. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
NATO is the defense treaty against Russia. They're supposed to defend against Russia. They can't do it without America.
Yeah. The woman.
They can't do it.
Go ahead. Because she commands the beast.
That's it. She's the head of NATO. She sits at the top. She tells them when she gonna do what she commands.
She commands the beast.
They can't make a move with her. So the NATO and EU is really one and the same, right? They just split on certain divisions, but they're one and the same, and they can't move without Babylon giving the orders. The daughter of Babylon.
Go ahead.
None of them can.
These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Yep.
These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them,
Yep.
for he is Lord of lords and kings of kings.
Hey, and the start of that making war was when they put Yahweh Shai to death.
Yeah.
When Yahweh Shai got put to death, that was the start of the war. When Pilate and all of them started going against Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
That was the start of the war they started to have with the Lord, right?
Yeah. And even also dealing with us. You know. Go ahead.
Kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
That's right. Yep. The elect. Yep.
And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horde sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations
Yep.
and tongues.
Yep. That's it. Go ahead.
And the 10 horns,
Because Salakia, when you talk about waters, what is waters? It's like virtually never ending, right? It's plenties, right? And that's why when the scripture, when you read there, when it said what is the beast, the horde that sits on many waters, right? Why? And if you want to get carnal with it, America really is surrounded by a lot of fucking water, right? If you want to do it on the carnal side of it, right? You got the Pacific, the Atlantic, and whatever. You got 3 oceans that is sitting on it. I can't think of all of them right now. But the point is, it's sitting by under many waters. You got different lakes, different rivers, different. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Gulf You got the
Yeah.
Gulf of Mexico, which they call now the Gulf of America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just being carnal with it, but scripturally speaking, it's talking about people. And when you look around, shit, bro, where we at now? You look around America, you find every fucking nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing all kind of languages that I don't know what the fuck this shit is. This ain't Spanish.
You hear Poland,
Right.
Poland.
It's crazy.
French.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah, you hearing all kind of shit, bro.
Latin, Spanish.
Yeah. So it's many fucking nations, man.
Shit, you hear Arabic.
Yeah.
Arabic. All that.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
It's crazy, brother.
Mhm.
So that is, the America itself, Babylon is a great melting pot.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore,
That's it.
and shall
And
make
the 10 horns go back to who? NATO and the EU.
Yep.
They gonna do what? They gonna hate the whore.
What are you gonna tell me that motherfucker?
Look, hey, like we was talking earlier.
Yeah.
What would he do to Canada?
Yeah, he could put tariffs on
Mexico.
his ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even the other countries, man. He was putting them on fucking France,
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
He was hitting all of his buddies.
Mhm.
You know,
Being a dickhead.
for no reason. Just cause why? Cause he's had the head. He can do what the fuck he want. And he's putting them in their place and saying you can't do shit about it. Right? That's why Salakia, right quick, I'm gonna hand it back over. That's why the German chancellor, right? The German chancellor came on fucking live TV with Trump, and they were sitting there, and he brought them back to his history. Is that you too are an immigrant? Here go your forefather, and then now the heathens want to talk about it's about your forefather, not your mother. See, any other time, what they say?
About your mama.
It's your mama. No, they want to see when they want to get real. They know the real spill in
father.
numbers. You are of the houses of your fathers, right? And so he said, "Oh, this is your grandfather's history. This is his birth certificate. He was born here in German Moskwa, whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, right in his fucking face, right? Because you so American, you so hate the fucking immigrants. But nigga, remember, you're an immigrant here. Your whole family is, because y'all are from fucking Germany. You're fucking Caucasians, man. You come from the Caucasus.
Even
shut the fuck up.
when you go into shows, it shows that you're of the house of your father. Because when you watch Vinland Saga, what's his name, Asklad, right? When he tells a story about it when he was a kid, and when his father was about to kill his mother, because he just fucked a whore and had her and had Asklad, right? But he was about to go kill him. He saved his mother, and he was like, "Are you my son?" And basically, his father was the next ruling king, but somebody else had gotten that spot. So Asklad never really had it, if I'm not wrong. Yeah,
But that's the point, because it goes back the house of Badiadas,
That's
the
how he
house of
died, yeah.
what's his name, the black, what was his the Bruce the Black, right?
Marcus the Bruce.
Marcus the Bruce, and then but they held somebody the Black. You know what I'm saying? But it was talking about the men. It was the fathers of the houses. Always been, all through history.
It's not your mom. Your mom doesn't trace you back to your roots.
That's it.
It's your
She'll
father.
chase you back to somebody else.
Yeah, it's your father. Your father, because you're the seed of your father, man. You're the seed.
That's it.
That's why when you got an ugly daddy, baby gonna be ugly, man. I mean, it's just the truth. Because a lot of times, shit, niggas look just like their daddy, man. Come up, the facial features, all that. Look just like your daddy. Act just like your daddy. End up losing hair like your daddy. So you be the same person. Same life, same personality, same traits in different ways. Then you look at your mother like, hey, mom, you just like your dad. You don't even know, we never met him. He's like, how the fuck? Cause that's who you are, man.
You go back to.
You go back to your fathers, man. And it don't change. You're the same apple tree you always been.
Hey, right quick, let me tell you something else. What's my man? What's his name? Lil Boosie. He said his son brings this fucking baby, this girl. Y'all ain't see that? Where this girl had his baby, had supposedly had Lil Boosie's son baby, and they bring this baby to Lil Boosie, and he like, this your grandbaby, and he like, oh shit, okay, yeah. He like, but then he had to think. He said, hold on, wait, I gotta see the fucking toes, because he said from my father to my father to his father's father, we got these fucked up toes. and my toes is like that. My son's toes is like that. You know how you talk. He always got that white shit on his mouth. He smoked too much fucking weed and never drink enough, right? But anyway, he said he looked at that baby toes. He said, hell no, that ain't my shit. He said, that ain't my grandchild. That ain't my grandbaby right there. That ain't my. He said his mama looked, and she said, let me see the toes. Ain't ours. He said, nope, ain't ours. He said, look at my toes. Look at his toes. Boy, take your shoe off. Look at your toes. Look at his toes. That ain't your kid. And sure enough, come out the baby. The baby's grandmother calls little Boosie. You know how these niggas do when baby having each other's info. Called him, said, hey, look, let me tell you that it's not your grandbaby. That bitch came and took the baby from her. That's her baby with my son. And blah, blah, blah. But you know, it's a generational thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Be generations. Like there's certain characteristics about your body that your sons get. Like we all can look at each other now, and I can tell y'all characteristics we all gonna have that it's gonna pop out. Look at your hands. Look at your fingers. Put that fucking finger out. Look at each other's fingers. We all got the same type of motherfucking fingers. Man. They all look the same. You know these little things when you look at each other. You know, you can be tall as that, but your hands is never gonna be really huge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, they be skinny and they be, a little left, but they, hey, shit, man. You know, but that's the shit that, you might look at your noses. Let me check your noses. Got that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't fucking matter what your mama knows to be big and fat or something, but, there's certain things you can check out. Yeah. And you like, oh, yeah, that's my boy there. You know, and that's how Boosie said, man. Mm-hmm. So, but that's the way it works, man. You know? Boy, let me shut up, man. I'm always talking, man. It just hit my head.
And shall make her desolate and naked.
That's it. The missiles, man.
Naked as fuck.
ICBM nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
It's gonna make this place desolate. And that's what we're looking, and that's what we're hoping for, man. Go ahead.
All that opulence is gonna be gone.
Yep.
And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
And see, eat her flesh, destroy her. Mm-hmm. And burn her with fire. Yep. What's the fire, man? Let me get real quick, Revelation 9. And because John seen, go to Revelation 9 and then we can start first. Because John, or is it 8? Because John seen it, go to Revelation 9 and 17.
This is Revelations,
right? Yeah.
This is Revelations 9 verse 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire.
Yep.
And of Zenik. Janet and brimstone.
Yep.
And the heads of the horses were as the heads of a lion.
Yep.
And out of their mouth issues fire.
Yep.
And smoke and brimstone.
Yep.
By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire.
Yep.
And by the smoke and by the brimstones which issue out of their mouths.
That's those missiles, man. That's those missiles.
See when they come out.
Yeah, they come out, and it's the third part of man representing Esau.
And right quick, them hypersonic missiles. When you see them, when they come, they get in, and they maneuver around so they don't get hit by other missiles. And then when it's about to drop, it goes hypersonic.
Yeah, you see.
And then you see the fire, the glitter. Yeah. You see the glittering around it when it propels.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna say, and that's why John C. seen fire come down out of heaven.
Yeah, that's that fire.
At night,
It's trying.
It's fire coming down from out of heaven, man. Yeah, it's hot.
That's sick. That ain't really good.
Yeah, so go ahead. We'll probably wrap it up.
For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and heads, and with them they do hurt.
Yep.
And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet Repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold.
Yeah, let's go into now. Speaking about this World War recent on. This World War III. It's talking about now. It going to we talking right now. It's just World War III is soon to come. So, you know, it's starting to we're coming into the time of World War III. You know, and so you know with that.
This Revelation 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over the image and over the mark and over the numbers of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
That's true. That's talking about. So we're gonna be seeing. When we get beamed up, we're gonna be seeing that fire upon the mission, man. So with that, we're gonna go for Noah.
Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Shalom, Baba. Shit. I know, man. It's crazy, man.